Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is your girl, Miss Honey. We are here for Queen Sugar, you guys. Queen Sugar, Season 4, Episode 9, Stare at the Same Fires. This was a good episode. I'm excited about it. Okay, because I know I'm talking to people who know how to rightly divide and discern and read between and betwixt a thing, as opposed to just taking it at face value. But before we get going good, I want to welcome all of my new subscribers and say thank you to all of my honeybees, all my day ones. Honeybees, you guys knock me out week after week with your wonderful comments and your insights and just giving us, you know, the conversation, the meaty conversations that we need to have to stoke those fires of intellect and thought. And I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to join this tribe, you are more than welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscription bell. Doesn't cost anything. There's a notification bell next to it. Hit that too, because you want to be notified when I put videos up. Also, don't forget to go by the thumbs up and hit that thumbs up. It's like saying, hey, Miss Honey, okay? And y'all know what we do down below. Down below, we chop it up. We put it up on bricks, okay? We get up under that thing and pull some parts out, okay? And look at it. Let's get into this episode. Now, this episode was weighted down, I think, by Charley. So we're going to do Charley last, okay? But let's talk about some of the other things that were fluttering in and out of this episode. First things first, let's talk about Nova. Nova goes to see Miss Martha, okay? Y'all know Miss Martha. Now, Miss Martha is Trudy, Nova's mama's first cousin. They was like sisters. And Miss Martha got a real sing-say way of talking. She, you know, she talks kind of Nova borderline. Normally, I don't waste my energy on most people, but for you, you're your family, darling, your family. I was like, ooh. It's like wooing you to sleep. I mean, you know, she's got that, you know, French kind of dialect where she calls her Shay and she calls Nova's mama her mama, you know. Well, Miss Martha sheds a lot of light on things for Nova, okay? And Nova has a little bit of a come to Jesus moment while she chit-chatting with Miss Martha. Miss Martha lets us know that Nova ran all over that property. It's a beautiful home. It's got a beautiful front porch. Look like you got to get through trees and bushes and down the dirt road and around the corner and walk over the mountain and down the hill and make a left at the old oak tree, and that's where Miss Martha lives, okay? She is off the beaten path. Well, she lets Nova that when she was 3 years old, she used to run all over that property because Trudy loved it out there. Come to find out, also, Nova come from a long line of healers. All the women in her family had the gift of healing. Miss Martha had the gift of healing, but her daddy wasn't down for it. And when she insisted on wanting to live this certain way, you know, being a healer and putting together, you know, remedies, okay, he banished her. So she ran off and lived in Haiti for a while, in Africa, and studied her trade, you know. She tells Nova that she came back around the time she was born. Okay, and she moved into that house, and she never told a soul. Only person knows she was back and was living there was Trudy, and Trudy kept it. She said until the day she transitioned. Okay, are you listening? Okay, come on now, let's do this. So when she go to touch Nova's hand, she feels this strong feeling. She says, oh, your gift is just as strong as your mother's was, as your mama. Nova was like, I felt it ever since I was a child. You know, she says, well, do you operate in your gift? And Nova was like, well, you know, I do it my own way. She said, you just like your mama. Your mama did things in her own way too. And she says, well, gets her mama's remedy book, get Trudy Nova's mama's remedy book, and said, you know, it's an old book, baby, and you know, it's got all of the remedies written in there and crinkly paper. It looked like she got it from the late 1800s or something. And Nova's touching the pages of the, you know, she's talking about how her mama come to her in her dreams, you know. And Miss Martha just go ahead and let her know she coming to visit you because she love you, and she wants you to know that it's gonna be all right, and you know, she worried about you, and she wants you to know how much she love you, and that it's gonna be okay. All of this. I was like, okay, Miss Martha, all right. And Nova just assumes that her mother didn't practice because, you know, she felt like she was the mistake, that her mother got pregnant with her, and then she gave up this gift and calling as a healer. And Trudy was like, Martha was like, no, you wasn't a mistake. I mean, it took her a while to come to terms with it, but you wasn't a mistake. There are no accidents, right? And she tells her, oh, your mother still practiced. But again, she did it in her own way, right? And she tells her that, you know, after she's learned, Nova has learned that she's been on that property before. She's learned that she come from a long line of healers. She's learned that she got a strong gift just like her mama. She's learned that her mama coming to her in dreams because she loves her and is checking on her and making sure she all right, you know, and she misses her. Okay, she learned she wasn't an accident. Okay, she learned that her mama didn't give up on her dreams. And then Miss Martha say, you ought to go see her. And Nova say, go see her, but mama was cremated. Daddy scattered the ashes all over the farm. Miss Martha say, cremated? No, Shay, no. Your daddy buried your mama down there on the family farm. Nova shook. See, Nova, you done wrote that book thinking you knew all of the ins and outs of things. Come to find out, you don't know Jack Daniels. You don't know nothing. You done wrote that book and fracked up your family's lives, shook them all to the core, exposed them to the world, left them out there vulnerable with their secrets to be told and to be exposed, okay? Them not having the same advantage on others, left them out there as a target. And come to find out, you don't know nothing, even about your own doggone life. You don't even have no memories of running around this farm at 3, which I can understand. But at the same time, how you miss the fact that your mama is buried on the property? Huh? You know so much. You done went all the way around there and dug up that half-dead Jimmy Dale to terrorize your aunt. But you don't know your mama is low, yet still buried, not 40 yards. We don't know how far, but you know what I'm saying? She right there on the property. She right there on the property. Why would your daddy bury your mama? And not tell y'all? Why would your daddy tell y'all instead that he had your mama cremated? What in the hell? What in the entire hell is going on down there in St. Joe Parish with the borderloans? Y'all tell me. And please do not come in here and tell me that Trudy was the body that Ernest was burying. Now, y'all know better than that. I know my honeybees know better than that. But y'all got to understand, if you follow this story, what Miss Martha is saying. Miss Martha is saying that, one, Trudy transitioned. Two, Trudy gave her the book, the remedy book, before she transitioned. Okay, that leads me to believe that she was somewhere thereabout when Trudy transitioned. Okay, how in the world? And obviously we would have known that after that day that she saw somebody being buried or something being buried by her daddy, we would have known that she never saw her mama again. So no, that is not her mama that's in the hole right now that the daddy was tossing out. Okay, so let's just move on past that. Let's talk about Ralph Angel real quick, and then we're gonna pull Darla in. All right, let's talk about Micah. Micah is at the house. This before school, early in the morning. He ran at the house studying for a third period test when Kiki come to the door. I call her Kiki Hot Pants now, because ever since she imagined that Micah could have fallen and broken a nail, she has been rubbing her legs together like a cricket trying to get at Micah. Okay, Micah was a gentleman about the whole situation, but when she come in, you know, first of all, she wants him to chase her a bit. She wants him to be flirty and smitten with her. At the same time, she don't have believe it. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, okay, let me just tell you the story. So, you know, she challenges him a little bit. Don't try to sweet talk me with all your California by way of New Orleans, you know. And he was like, no, I mean it. You know, I'm always glad to see you. And she was like, your mama home? He was like, no, she not home. She left last night. I haven't seen her. She must have left early this morning. No, she been gone all night, boo. But let's move forward. And she was like, okay, we alone. They go upstairs. They laying around like a couple of cats. And he want to know, are you sure that you ready? And she was like, I think I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. I mean, you haven't been with nobody else. You know, you keep saying that you haven't been with nobody else since you've been down here in New Orleans, have you? And he was like, no, I told you the only one. I was like, Kiki, what's going on here, girl? What's happening? And she said, well, and he says, listen, everything that's going on, we got to graduate. We got to take exit exams, final exams. We got to get into school and start our first year of college and all of this. You know, if you don't want to do this right now, you ain't got to do this. I completely understand. And she was like, just the mere fact that you would say that makes me want to do it that much more. I was like, oh, okay, Kiki. Oh, okay. They sitting there. He get a call from Charley. All right. And she don't sound quite right, but he go on about his business. All right. Then we see where he go over to Vi's, and he sees Prosper and Lady Genevieve and Vi sitting there talking. They planning a party. Really more like a rent party when you see it. It kind of reminds you of them rent parties that they used to throw on Good Times, you know what I'm saying? Bring the community together and all the little whatnots you got in your fridge and your Christmas lights and string it up. You know, make something of what you got, you know. Pull it all together and let's have a little soiree, right? But at the same time, he looking for his mama because she sound kind of strange on the phone, and everybody been looking for his mama. So he decides to ping her. He pings her and finds out that she down there on Bar Avenue. The corner of Bar Avenue and Bucket. Y'all know what Bucket is, right? Ducket. If y'all watch random TV reviews, y'all know what Bucket is, right? Okay. That's our word substitution. Okay, so anyway, then later on, he goes and he talks with Ra about Kiki and you know, taking her flowerhood, and he's not really sure. It'll be her first time for everything, and he ain't that far behind her. And what about when they go to college and all of that? And he was like, maybe I should stop worrying about it. And Rob was like, well, what does your gut tell you? My gut tells me just to relax. Just to relax. Let it be what it's going to be, you know, whatever that is. And Rob was like, trust your gut, you know, and it won't lead you astray. He appreciate that. You know, he go on about his business. Let me say this. Kiki is coming across real insecure and unsure, but she's a driven girl. She's decided that she wants to do this, but she want a written guarantee. She want a written guarantee that he ain't been with nobody else. He ain't gonna like nobody else. They gonna be together forever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she think they gonna go to the same college. Like, a lot of things happen when you make this choice that you want to lose your virginity with someone. You become anchored and tied to that person in a real emotional way, and she's already kind of coming across a little bit like she want his undivided, like she want his complete devotion. And I don't know if Micah gonna be able to give her that. When he gave her that little hug in the I forget, were they in the foyer, or he hugged her on the bed, and the way he looked around was like, yeah, you kind of feel like you getting married, don't you? Yeah, that's how you feel, because you fixing to be completely responsible. That's what's gonna happen. And y'all gonna wake up and look around at 30 years old, and she gonna be a completely different person than you knew in high school, and vice versa. I got a feeling that things gonna go south between Micah and Kiki, because Kiki is coming across a little bit like she might take this event, if they decide to go through it, and hold Micah completely accountable for her feelings. And yeah, that's gonna be real eye-opening for you, Kiki. But maybe y'all gonna get married and stay married until y'all in y'all 70s or 80s or 90s. I don't know. Okay, then let's go and talk about let's talk about Darla. Now, Darla is dropping Blue off. He done been with her all night, and she dropping him off before school. And he want to get to talking about how he don't want granola, you know, for cereal. He wants some sugary delicious treats to go in there, some sugar smacks to go with his rolled oats, because Joie gets to have it every morning when she, that's what Joie telling you, Blue. But that ain't necessarily what's going on. Now, what we got right now, right here at this diner, okay, at the Borderline Diner, is granola. Now, get on in there and eat it. Okay, and then he starts to talk about how they was at the playground, and Joie mama, and did you call about the play date? That's what it is. Did you call about the play date? I forgot, but I'm gonna call. This is what Ralph Angel telling me. Darla said, well, just give me the mama number. Give me Joie mama number, and I'll call her and set it up. I know you busy with everything that's going on around here. And Blue ain't even in the house good. He hear her ask about the number. Her name is her name is Deisha. That's Joie mama. And Darla put two and two together. Blue's best friend, Joie, Deisha, is her mama. And Darla has a moment when she realizes that not only do the kids get along, but Ralph Angel and Deisha getting along real good too, cause they dating. And Ralph Angel's like, he kind of stuck in it, right? Well, she goes off a little bit. She says, well, she knows all about me, but I don't know anything about her. And, you know, why would you do this? And why wouldn't you tell me? And he was like, well, I didn't do it to hurt you. You know, you said you didn't want to know anything about the person that I was dating. And she's gotta accept that. You know, she realized he right about it, and she take it down a notch, but at the same time you can see she hurt. He said, listen, I'm trying to do the very best I can. You got to know I would never hurt you. I would never hurt you. Not on purpose. I would never do that. So she go on. She's saddened. She is devastated, okay? Because this is someone substantial. This ain't no, you know, fly-by-night waitress down at the High Yellow. This ain't her. This is somebody special. This is a degreed professional woman with a beautiful child, okay? And the beautiful child loves her and loves her daughter. So she takes all of this shock and sadness and balls it all up and takes it over there to see Leo. Leo plays in a band. She goes over there and tries to replace or kind of squelch the feelings that she felt when she learned that Ra and Deisha got a little bit more going on than just to hit it and quit it. Okay, she takes all those feelings and drops them off over at Leo's. You know, Leo gonna make me feel better. Leo gonna take my mind off of this. I will go and lean on Leo. Except when she get there, Leo shocked to see her because they ain't seen each other in a while. At least since she ran him off from the table when he tried to talk to her about seeing the sponsor. And she was like, good day, sir. I say good day. He done read the book. Oh, and she is just, oh. She done brought him a pleasant smile and some beignets for him in the band and a hug. And he tells her, I read the book. Oh, is this why you haven't been taking my calls? Is this why you ghosted me? He said, no, that's not it. But I want, oh, you could have at least told me instead of acting like a teenager and just ghosting me. No, what I'm trying to tell you is, oh, this is how I would think you, of all people, would have understood. But I'm just trying to tell you that I don't really care about what's in the book or what's in your past. I can't even try to form my mouth to judge you in that way, okay? Because I'm a recovering addict too. He said, but, and he look around, make sure ain't nobody listen. He said, from what I read in that book, how everything transpired, just how far out there you were, I can see that you 2 seconds away from using. And I cannot have that. When the last time you seen your sponsor? I don't know, 2 weeks or so. I'll call her in a little while, you know, in a few days. He said, I can't have this. I can't have this because your relapsing is a threat to my own sobriety. And I know a relapse or a potential relapse when I see it because it happened to me over and over and over again. She like, so what's your point? What's your point? What are you saying? Where is this all going? He said, I'm gonna have to pace myself back from you. I'm gonna have to pace myself back from you. You ain't no good for me. You go on and see about yourself, and I'll call you in a couple of days. She goes on out. And she goes into a sunken place. She's still up and moving and functioning, but she's in a sunken place. She can't see. Normally, her and Ralph Angel depend on each other. He going through his own form of depression and sadness. Okay, because his program got cut off until further notice. And he don't have the staff that he used to have. So he gonna have to get out there. It's gonna take a lot longer and it's gonna be a lot harder, but he gonna have to harvest the soybeans on a very, very limited staff. And the sugar mill has burned down. So he got all this cane left that he can't even mill. That's gonna go to waste. Okay, plus you got this new woman that you trying to love. Okay, but you got so much on your back right now. You weather beaten. He's embattled. Well, normally during these times where he in a way and Darla in a way, they come together and rely on each other. They lean on each other. This is how they've always done it. But now He got a woman that he care about, and he has decided Darla is no good for him. He's not feeling for Darla in this way, and she has to go on and solidify her sobriety. She's got to find something to do. She's got to find her own type of happiness. Okay, she's got to rely on self to preserve self. Okay, so she's not able to go and rely on Ra and depend on Ra, because Ra got a boo. All right, so she's sulking and laying around the house and all of that, and later on that night, when Ra go to put Blue to bed, Blue won't go to bed because he ain't talk to his mama. She talked to him every night before he go to bed. So finally they call and get on the phone, and she, you know, Blue, we called you several times. Blue won't go to bed until he tell you good night. And she said, well, oh, I'll be happy to tell him good night. Now she's saddened, but yeah, sure, no problem. And as soon as she get on the phone, here Blue go again. Joie and Dina and Joie and astronauts, and like me and you used to do, ma, and we did this and we slow walked, and then Miss Deisha made us cupcakes, and the cupcakes was shaped like planets. Yeah, see, Miss Deisha, she's a good mom like you, but she went a step further, and she made us cupcakes, with the names of the planets on them. Oh, it was delicious. It was magnificent. And with every kind word about Deisha and Joie and the playground and astronauts and cupcakes, Darla get a little bit lower. Okay, because now your mind is working on you. Your mind is working on you, girl. That's what's happening. What you hear is that Dina is better than me. She's a better wife, better lover, better mother than me. Y'all going on into happiness and leaving me on the outside. I don't want Deisha to replace me. I don't want her to replace me with your daddy, and I don't want her to replace me with you, Blue. These are the little foxes that destroy the vine, that eat away at your esteem and at your faith and at your courage, at your confidence. Okay? The Bible says, God, guard my heart and my mind. It's a reason why. It's a reason why your heart will lead you astray, okay? It'll turn you out for a welcome mat, okay? And your mind will worry you so strong about the littlest thing. About the littlest thing, okay? It'll have you formulating plans and ideas and perceived perceptions, and you will worry and frazzle yourself into nothingness. I can see it on her. I can see it on her because I was a whore and because I was a junkie. I'm worthless. I'm not good enough to be his mama. I obviously ain't good enough to be his wife. They don't love me no more. It's a tough moment. It's a tough moment, but I stand in the gap for Darla. I do. I know. Her and Ralph Angel ain't gonna get back together. And I know I'm the only someone that's rooting for Darla. But I'm rooting for Darla because I root for Blue. And I believe that Darla can be clean and she can be made whole. And I will not give up on Darla. I'm not doing it. Okay? Well, Darla having a tough go of it. The next morning, Ralph Angel wake up with a feeling about Darla. Okay, and he gives her a phone call. Gets her voicemail, talks to the voicemail. Tells her he's worried about her. He's concerned about her. He want her to get up, come out. Let's go. We got this thing down here at the mill. Come on. He invites her. Of course, he's just talking to the voicemail. Later on, we see Darla and the demon. Oh, baby, and they wrestle. Like Job. They wrestle. They wrestle. Okay, she didn't open the bottle. Okay, she got it out the brown paper bag. She's smelling it. She boo-hoo crying. Oh, she don't want a drink. She probably wouldn't even like the taste of it. What she want is to forget. What she want is to be numb. Puts that bottle down and she breaks down. You can do this. You can do this, darling. You best to go find you a pool somewhere and swim. You remember how you love swimming? Huh? Find you some children to teach how to swim. Find you some work for your hands to do, girl. You bigger and stronger than this thing, darling. Ooh, that scene right there, So, that's Darla. Okay, so now we know that Ralph Angel his program was canceled. We know he on short staff. What we don't know is Ra is dealing with some feelings. He feels empty. He say, I'm not feeling right. This is what he tell Hollywood. I'm not feeling right. I said, oh. Listen. Sound like you got the hands of depression trying to pull you into the darkness, Ralph Angel. It sounds like the hands of depression are trying to pull you into the abyss. You feel hopeless. And plus, you can't turn to Darla. Okay? Because Darla is another problem. Darla is a weight around your neck. That's just what it is. It ain't that she ain't a good mom. It's not that it's not understandable. But Darla got her own path, and you can't help Darla on her path and take your own journey. At the same time, you got Deisha. Why would Deisha want me? I can't even keep my farm afloat. Okay? I'm going to lose money. I can't take her out and do nice things for her. Okay? I got to go out here and till this soil myself. I take 2 steps forward and I fall back 4 steps. Hollywood want him to come around and play cards with him and the boys, and he said, no, I got to go out here. He already having a beer. I got to go out here and figure out how I'm gonna till this land. Get this soybean harvested. Later on, we see where he does go down to the mill, okay, and visits with Charley and the rest of the family, but we're going to talk about that. Yeah, Ralph Angel's kind of depressed. But still, when Micah comes over to get some lights to string up for the rent party, he's able to rightly divide and kind of talk to Micah. You know what I'm saying? To be a friend, but give him solid advice. Okay? I am depleted, but I still will give out of my bosom. That's a kind heart. That's a kind soul. Even when I saw that he was talking to Hollywood, you could see that he was feeling also a bit of shame about his situation, about his predicament. He just wanted to do good. He just wanted to do what was right. Okay? Still, he finds a moment to call and see how Darla is. He woke up with her on his mind, and he followed his first mind and called her. I'm empty, but what I got left, you welcome to have it. I will give out to others. Okay? Man, I love Ralph Angel this season. I really, really do love Ralph Angel this season. Let's move on to Vi. What the hell, Vi? What are you doing? What are you doing, Violet Bordelon? Huh? You trying to run this man off? You trying to sabotage your situation? Huh? Okay. So, Vi makes Hollywood a lovely breakfast. And she reveals what he did wrong. she tells him that, you know, when she rolled the breakfast out and she's made all his favorites, he was like, oh, this is lovely, this is delicious. Y'all know how humble and appreciative Hollywood is. He said, whatever that you want, the answer is yes, but what's going on? She says, well, I wanted to talk to you about what's going on with me. She said, seeing you beat Jimmy Dale like you did, I don't know, looking at you, it's like you went somewhere. No, Vi, you went somewhere that day. You went somewhere that day and you have not been back. Where is Vi? Is this Vi? You always been here? This Vi, this saboteur has always been here? Okay, but I digress. He says, I scared you. She says, yes, I know, and I know you would never hurt me. So you know he would never hurt you. That's fine. She said, but Jimmy Dale didn't start out beating me. First, he jumped on a man that was looking at me. I mean, because we all know that Vi has always kept a man. The men all fall. You know what I'm saying? Her milkshake bring all the boys to the yard. Everybody has been madly and passionately in love with Aunt Vi. Well, anyway, Jimmy Dale beat the man up. It started with him beating that man up, and then eventually he turned to beating her. And she, although she's admitted that Hollywood would never hurt her, okay, she didn't think Jimmy Dale would hurt her either. And he said, well, I would never, I mean, what am I supposed, if somebody tries to hurt you, I got to, I know. What can I do to fix this, Vi? She said, it ain't for you to fix, it's for me to fix. Okay, I got to work on me. It's not you, it's me. So let me get this straight, Vi. I just want to be clear on this now because I'm not sure. Let me just go back through the timeline. Just if y'all will indulge me for a moment. Let's talk about this. Now, y'all remember, Hollywood is some years younger than Vi. Now, yet and still, he was married. He was married to Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, right? And she had a mental condition, real bad schizophrenia. He had in a facility, in a mental health facility that he was paying on every month to see about it, and he was still married to her because it was his insurance that she was using to pay for the facility. When Vi finds out, it was devastating for us all. As a matter of fact, I do believe it was the end of the first season. Okay? So that was a rough second season because Vi didn't talk to Hollywood at all. Hollywood had taken a job on a rig way out yonder way, and Vi was at home and bitter, making pies and bitter. Okay, where there was an explosion, a big kablooey out there on the rig, and then that's when she come running back like Kiki, and her and Hollywood got back together. Well, Hollywood asked her to marry him. Now he's getting millions and millions in this explosion, right? Okay, he begs her back. They get engaged, all right? And then she decides after they get engaged, she's not taking Hollywood's name. I want to keep my own name. Okay. All right. Okay. No babies. You know you ain't getting no babies. Okay. And I got lupus. All right. I'm here for that too. Okay. Yes, he did all this. He stuck with you through all of this. He funded Vi's Prize Pies and Dinah, okay, and put it all in your name, cause you want to make sure you got your own, right? Then even when the book came out, he loved you so much he hid it and tried to protect you from it. After you had read it and was shook down to your core, he swaddled and hugged and loved and held you up. Jimmy Dale come back and terrorizes you, and Hollywood get him up off of your property, up off of your land, and up off of you. Now, mind you, you don't want to have sex. You can't be touched since Jimmy Dale came by. And on top of that, you need space. Now we come to this place where you have decided that seeing Hollywood defend you was a trigger. Vi, let me tell you something, girl. Let me tell you something. You are a saboteur, and ain't nothing good enough. Ain't nothing good enough. This man would kindly, okay, slit his own wrist if he thought it would save you. And every chance you get, you have decided that you have a non-negotiable that he must accept. Now he's got to accept the fact that you don't want him defending you physically. Well, y'all know Hollywood. Y'all already know Hollywood. After he leave there, he go around there and talk to Ra and find out that Ra is in a bad place. He's in a real bad, sad place. And he said, Ra, you just going through the fire. He say, but this too shall pass. Keep your head up. Stay focused. Stay in the game, baby. You know what I'm saying? He lift him up. Boom. Then he go down there and play cards with his two buddies. Okay? And they talking about sports and woot and playing the cards and shucking and jiving, you know what I'm saying? And what they call playing the dozens, you know, just shooting the ish, right? They talk about how they heard about Jimmy Dale and how Ra handled his business as a man and ran this joker off for messing with his wife. And Ra was like, well, not Ra. Hollywood was like, well, maybe that wasn't the best way to handle it. You know, if things can be a little bit more complicated. Because even though this is normal, defending your spouse, defending your family, defending your property, your person, that's normal. Your friends are saying that they certainly would not have put up with it. They'd have put him 6 feet under. And he's regurgitating the sentiment that Vi has expressed, but at the same time, he feel like, why do I feel like I didn't do the wrong thing? But y'all know Hollywood. Hollywood has made a toothbrush of Aunt Vi's wig hair. And he brushes his teeth with that toothbrush, okay? And he swish his mouth out with her bath water, okay? And swallow the whole thing down. He is sold out for Vi. And shout out to, it was either I think it was one of my honeybees, or maybe it was Twisted. Somebody mentioned that Ra, I think it was Twisted, that mentioned that Hollywood's mother said that Hollywood always puts others before he puts himself. He comes back after he's played cards with his buddies, and Vi's there at the diner cleaning up the last few dishes and things, and he come in the door and he's quiet, and she said, you mad at me? And he's like, no, I just got something on my mind. I was like, really, Vi? Really? So he shows her a paper and just tells her, you know, I've been thinking about it, and why men don't have a place to go and where they could sit and they can talk to one another about their feelings. We just chit chat about sports and cards and just mundane things, no depth of conversation like you and I have, Vi. Why don't we have a place to go? And she was like, I don't know. It ain't a bad idea, though. It ain't a bad idea. And he get to thinking about it. Okay, Vi. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You going to let Hollywood get around here and start this men's support group and figure out that he has been spinning his wheels with a woman who will not give, who has no flexibility at all in this relationship, who is a taker. You are completely taking advantage of this man's kind heart. And normally, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this. Okay, because at the same time, while I understand Vi's feelings, if you put it all together, don't it seem like Vi's selfish as hell? Don't it seem like Vi is sabotaging her relationship? You can look when she's telling him about this Jimmy Dale situation, the fear in his eyes. He realizes that he has basically lost his wife to Jimmy Dale. He's losing his wife to her ex-husband. He gonna get around there in that support group and realize, Vi, that he can do better. Okay? I'm telling you, you're running your man off. You're running your man off. You think that he can't wake up and realize that he's spinning his wheels with somebody who won't do half a turn for him? I ain't talking about cooking. I ain't talking about around here with your blackberry cobbler. This man need your love and support. Very disappointed in you, Vi. Very disappointed in your selfishness. That's all I got to say about Vi. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Put it down below. It's selfish as hell. She owned one anyway. Now, I don't have no problem with her giving the little vandal her a cold shoulder because she got to teach him. Okay? I wonder if that Mexican chocolate pepper pie gonna show up on the menu though. But let's move on. All right, let's talk about Charley, you guys, and then we gonna get out of here. Charley done left the house. Okay, she done told Micah good night. He done went off to bed. The next morning he get up to do his homework, work on his exam for third period, and she already down at the bar. Now she ain't down at the bar in St. Joe. She down at the bar in Baton Rouge. Okay, because when Micah pings her after he been looking for her high and low, and I'm talking about everybody looking for her. Prosper and Miss Genevieve, when they come by to get some food for the campaign office, she ain't been down there, and she normally the first one in the office. Ain't Vi been calling her, she can't get her. Now, she didn't call around there to Micah when he was up there in the bedroom rubbing legs with Kiki, slurring her words and talking all slow, and of course, she loves him. He's a good soul. I don't deserve you. Y'all know how them drunks do. Well, she down there at the bar. And the bartender, who's a white man, is kind enough to let her know. When she say, my man don't want me, my family turned against me, and all of this, that, and the third, and she's already 2 or 3 drinks in, baby, and she is feeling good. And on top of that, I got the nerve to run for office in the middle. He was like, you running for office here in Baton Rouge? She was like, nah. He said, well, look, let me tell you this. If you running for office, you might want to leave now. He said, it's early and it's empty in here, but later in the morning, you'll see there'll be a ton of people in here, and they might recognize you. He giving her good advice. But Charley is determined. She determined that she gonna numb it. She gonna drown it. She gonna, you know, for once, she's not gonna be responsible and on time and involved and fixing and helping. I'm finna sit back and get ducked up. And I don't care. I don't care. What's it all about? Why try? Why do it? Well, he said, you might want to leave. She didn't say a word. She just slid them dark shades on, baby, and said, bring me another one. Okay. Well, Micah decides he gonna send Nova down there to get her. And so when Nova walks in, first of all, Nova pleased this punch to be there. This all she wanted was for them to talk to her, for them to bring her in, for them to let her come in. Let her get close enough. What are you doing here? Well, your son called me. You can go. Now, Charley is sitting there and she is in gin and jelly. I call it gin and jelly. It's the Hennessy haze, okay? Martini melancholy. It's that place where you kind of stuck in suspended animation. That kind of drunk. Where you on that level of drinking. You know what I'm saying? Everything is slowed down. You in that jelly. You know, it's almost like slow motion. Your words, what are you doing here? Your son sent me. Come on, let's get on out of here. Let me get you home. I'm not going nowhere with you. Listen, you remember you're running for office? I need to get you home. I need to get you safe. I'm here because I love you. I know you don't believe it because I haven't shown it, and I understand why you feel that way. But I need to get you home and get you safe. Now, Nova is right here. She can't go up, because you're dealing with a drunk person. You escalate, they gonna escalate. And I promise you, they can out-escalate your escalate. Okay? When they get wound up and get crunk, ain't nothing worse than trying to wrangle a drunk. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She keep it right here. She can't go deep down with her into depression. Because neither one of them will ever get out of there. She got to keep it right here. Keep it calm. Let's just move this way. And we're walking. Later on, Nova get her back to the house. And she do her like my daddy used to do us as sleepy babies. We come home from church. We be so slumped over. We be so sleepy and tired in the car. And he would load us all up one by one and take us in. Put us in our bed. And lift them hands up. Get them pajamas on. At that time, the girls wore nightgowns. Get that nightgown on, okay, and get you down in the bed, cover you up, give you a kiss on your forehead. And this is what Nova does. Nova gets her sister undressed and gets her cleaned up and lays her down in the bed like a little bitty baby. Covers her up and tucks her in, turns the walk off, and Charley said, why would you say those things about me? She don't open her eyes. She don't lift her head. She can't lift her head. Her head is so heavy with liquor and burdens and sadness and hopelessness. She's a weather-beaten soul. She's a battered, tattered little Tweety bird. Why would you say those things? Nova stops in her tracks. She's not that drunk. Oh, she's been drinking. But see, this is how big the elephant is in the room of Charley's life. The alcohol does not help. The alcohol does not wipe her memory. It magnifies it. She's out of it, but she ain't out of it. Nova says, You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I thought I was helping. I really, really did. I really did. I realize now I was just helping me. I was just being selfish. I hurt you. I hurt this family. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Charley. You didn't deserve that. Baby, when I tell you, it was like the last barrier on the dam of her sadness. That apology did what that liquor could not do. It just, boop, that barrier, and it disintegrated. Baby, when I tell you that water came flowing out of Charley, them tears, that sadness, that brokenness, that surrender. When you realize you don't control nothing, when you realize how truly small you are, how hurt you can be, how wounded you can be, how vulnerable you are. What it has yielded you, this acts of kindness, this courageousness. It has yielded you a place of brokenness so deep, it just wells up out of her. Okay? Nova goes and climbs in the bed with Charley and cradles her as she cries. And she continues to cry until she falls asleep. See, Nova, you got to sit with this. You got to feel the weight of it. As your sister's body shakes and is racked with the agony of the woundedness, the brokenness. You got to be one with that and realize you played a part in that. You played a part in that. See, when God says vengeance is mine, it don't always mean that person's gonna fall dead. It means that I got a way of teaching that no man can do. You face the face into the thickness of the pain that you have wrought. And you cannot usurp yourself and your own feelings over it. You have to let your sister have these feelings, and you just got to deal with it. The next morning, Charley get up and go in the kitchen just as pretty as you please. I was like, ooh, child, I ain't never woke up from no long day of drinking like that and been chipper coming through the living room looking all beautiful. But when I tell you, you be all sunken down and gray and dark and pickled. Oh, but Nova done left a beautiful flower, a tray of fruit and croissants and some hot water and tea, a little juice there, and an article. And the title of the article says, Charley Bordelon is my role model. Charley's like, what is this? This by Nova Bordelon. Well, she does a beautiful, beautiful soliloquy. Now, Charley is reading it, but Nova is doing the voiceover. And it is an apology. It is a public admonishment of how wonderful and how great Charley is. But it's also there to let the people of St. Joe know that even though I wrote this book, I regret it. I shouldn't have done that. I hurt a lot of people and I was wrong. But don't punish my sister. She's smart, she's kind, she's beautiful. She's who I want to be when I grow up. She's confident and strong. And Charley's in tears. That's all she wanted. She just wants somebody to stop thinking that she is this all-knowing, unmovable force. That she's got a soft, tender underbelly too. And to have Nova acknowledge her worth in print for all of the world to see meant everything. Later on, Micah gather her and take her down to the mill where they having the rent party. Well, it's a surprise party. And everybody is there, including Nova. Including Nova. Now, it's Hollywood and Aunt Vi And then in front of Aunt Vi is Ralph Angel. And then Charley. And then Nova. So Nova ain't over there talking to Vi. She ain't over there talking to Ralph Angel. She's allowed to be there because she and Charley have had to come to Jesus and had a moment there where she had to help her sister. Okay, but she still got to go by Ra. She still got to go by Ra. Yeah, take your healing over there to Ra now. And then when you get done with that, you run your healing over there by Vise. And get that situation together so that she does not run our man off. Since you on a healing world tour, Nova, get her done. Well, the Prosper does a beautiful speech about this is what we do. We make something out of nothing. We make the best of what we got. We deal with the past and forge ahead into the future. This is what we do as family, as community. Everybody is excited. Charlie's in tears, and Lady Genevieve goes to sing a song. Claps us on out of here. While she's singing, and everybody's clapping and enjoying themselves, Darla is at home wrestling with a demon. And that's Queen Sugar, episode 9. Stare at the same fires. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below. What y'all think about this doggone situation with Nova and her mama being buried on the land? What y'all think about what Vi is doing? Am I being too harsh on Vi? Or she being a real piece of work? Y'all tell me. Y'all know y'all can tell me. Okay, y'all know y'all can tell me. And are y'all praying for Darla? Oh, I don't want Darla to be a casualty. I don't. I want her story to be different. I feel her story must be different. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Put it down below. And is it me? Or do these children talk too much? Oh, these children talk too much, don't they? Okay, I wanted Blue to shut up so bad. Blue was just going on and on and on. Anyway, y'all, I've been talking for an hour. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this review. And until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ah!